All right, everyone, welcome back. It is almost the end of January now. We're basically the end of January, and we are pretty far back when it comes to One Piece chapters to react to. Um, Mostly because the start of the semester has been very hectic for me, with me writing my thesis and everything. So it's been busy with the start of that. So yeah, what I'm gonna do right now, we're not gonna have much time for discussing these chapters, unfortunately, but I'm gonna record all three chapter reactions at once. And upload them three separate videos. So they might end up being like 20-minute videos each, but um, yeah, the main focus is to read through them and kind of react to them. Not as much discussing around them, hopefully, because I'm trying to get through it. Unfortunately, this is how it's gonna be. So we have chapter 1103, 1104, and 1105 to react to. 1106 comes out this Wednesday. I don't know when this is going to. Well, I mean, this is the first chapter reaction, 1103. So this is probably going to come out today, tomorrow, or Monday. But 1104 and 1105 might come out throughout the week, and then the newest chapter, which comes out this Wednesday, I'll react to it when I have time to react to it eventually. So yeah, I'm sorry that we're behind by so much. At least now I get to read the official One Piece chapter translations. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a hectic start of the year for me. So yeah, we haven't read One Piece at all this entire year. The last time we read One Piece was at the end of last year, around the end of December. So yeah, um, but here we are, it's chapter 1103. Now, I don't exactly remember chapter 1102 that well. Oh, yeah, no, of course I do. Of course I do. Of course I do. Of course I do. It's a Kuma chapter. Yeah. Of course. Guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Kuma chapter. We're finally done with the Kuma backstory. Yeah. It was insanely tragic. And then I believe at the um at the very end, we had Bonnie crying over finding out about Kuma's past and everything. So yeah, now that was nuts. That was nuts. Of course I remember the chapter, y'all. Come on now. So yeah, we're now on 1103, and the chapter is titled "I'm Sorry, Daddy." Now this feels so weird to read this chapter because right under are like two. I'm trying not to look at those chapters. Right under are two chapters. I'm not used to this because you have chapter 104 and 105 right under them, under it. But yeah, thankfully I've come here in time to catch the official translation because the official translations only have three chapters up at a time. So it says here that this is going to be removed it's going to be removed in February 4th. So if I wait until February 4th, I wouldn't be able to read the official chapter officially anymore. But yeah, I'm glad I got here in time. But this is also 1104 and 1105. I'm trying not to read the title of those chapters or look at the images too much, but yeah, it feels a bit weird to do this. But yeah, here we go. Let's get to the chapter. Oh, you have a cover art. All right, let's look at this cover art real quick before we get to the chapter. We have Luffy at the front. He's eating his meat, of course, and he has his drink. Yamato's there. Okay, Oda, I see what you're doing. Yamato's there, but Vivi ain't here. Oh, what you do? Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking. But okay, Yamato's there. Yamato's wearing casual clothes, right? A casual shirt, rather than wearing, her Japanese style Wano clothes. Now she's wearing more. I say that as if Japanese style clothes aren't casual. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She's not wearing like Wano clothes, right? She's wearing more casual clothes, just like Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hats in this cover art are. Zoro's hanging out with Usopp now. That's not super common to see Zoro and Usopp like hug being buddying up like that and smiling and laughing together like this. But yeah, Zoro's also eating meat and he's got his drink with him as well. He's also gonna be drinking alcohol. We know how much Zoro loves his alcohol. Brook with his guitar. Sun in the back making the food, right, the meat and everything. Cranky as well behind Asanji. He's also eating, but he's got his cola. And what is that dragon with Frankie? I'm not too sure. Moving on to the left side, we have Jinbei at the top with Momonosuke, and they're together, having fun, smiling. And at the bottom, we have the two women. Well, I mean, Yamato, I guess. Nah, we're not gonna get to the controversy now. But okay, we have the two female straw hats. All right, let's chill out now. We got Nami and Robin here. They're sitting together on a cloud made by Momonosuke. Really nice, as well as Chopper here at the front with Luffy. But of course, I mean, Chopper's doing good. All right. Uh, Robin, don't think she's. I don't know if she's. I think she's eating. I think that's why there's like a bump on her cheek, but she doesn't seem to be holding food beyond that. She's just drinking. Whereas Nami is actively both eating, has more to eat, and she's also drinking, and she's happy and smiling. So, okay. Anyway, that's the cover art properly looked at, I think. Thank you, Oda, for putting the effort to draw this every couple of weeks. Draw these types of cover arts. Now, let's get to the chapter. Here we go. Bonnie, did you see everything? I did. Well, Drat, I've broken my promise to Kuma. Right, because Vegapunk was not supposed to show those memories to Bonnie. Oh well. Did Bonnie properly get to cry or not? Oh, oh! Bonnie's gone back to her, childlike form. I say childlike form as if that isn't her actual form. And she is 12 years old. She is a child. Like, if anything, she's reverted back to herself, I should say. Even though we as readers are used to seeing Bonnie as a 24-year-old, as 24, body wise, not mentally, but like, I mean, we assume. I guess we also, a lot of us also assume that she was mentally 24 years old, but she had the body of a 24-year-old because she aged herself up, right? But she is a child at the end of the day, mentally. She's only lived 12 years, right? So she's reverted back to what she actually is, physically, and she's gone on to hug Vegapunk. I'm sorry, Vegapunk. Yeah, all right. So now a lot of Bonnie things make sense now, knowing that she's a child. A lot of the ways we've seen Bonnie react and behave makes sense now that now that we know that she's a child. Um, I say that, but also a lot of other One Piece characters that are adults can act pretty childlike, if you ask me. But still, I think with Bonnie it's a lot more excusable now. We know she's 12 and not 24. I mean, there's a big maturity gap there. If you, I'm just saying. But okay, anyway. Um, Sorry, Vegapunk. What is it? This is a present for your 10th birthday. Oh, Kuma left it with me. From Daddy? Yay! What a beautiful, beautiful sapphire. This necklace is shaped like the sun. I'll treasure it forever. Ah, Sangha Nika, huh? He said it would be a good luck charm for you, but indeed, 2 years ago, who could have imagined that boy turning to this? So Straw Hat is the son of Daddy's friend? Yep, I was shocked when I saw the two of you show up together. Fate is such a strange thing sometimes. Do you two have time to be wasting chatting like this? Or don't you two have? Isn't there currently like a big fight going on with the CP0? I guess Saint Saturn hasn't arrived yet. Sure, and Kizaru they haven't arrived yet, but still, don't y'all have stuff to do? Come on, get on it. We shock us out here getting shot. Come on now, there's a traitor going about. While you were in this room, a number of dangerous things have happened on Neckhead. The Stride crew just saved my life a minute ago, in fact. I'll tell you everything. Let's go back and meet up with them when things have calmed down. I'm sorry, Bonnie. In the end, I'm nothing more than a hired scientist. No, it's not your fault. It's all him. And now we're cutting back to Bonnie. I'm assuming being held by Saturn here. Yep, Saturn's holding her, okay? Present moment, Egghead New World. Jewelry Bonnie, the pirate. Your father Kuma, and then there's Atlas there on the bottom left. We see Sanji, I believe, in the bottom middle, Vegapunk a little bit more to the right, and Frankie all the way to the right. A lot of Marine soldiers fronting up as well. Your father Kuma is dead. Bonnie makes a face, shocked face. Damn it! Why can't I move? Says Sanji. Ugh. Bonnie! So Saturn has some sort of immovability, some immovable something like that ability. So Sanji and the rest can't move. Bonnie! Food! Someone give me food! Okay, so there's Luffy, malnourished, he eats food. Niku, meat! I want to, but I can't move. Atlas can't move to give Luffy meat, so not only are biological beings being affected by this, but also Atlas, a robot, is being affected by this. Okay, good to know. We've captured Vegapunk's bodyguard, Sentomaru. Oh, Sentomaru's being caught, okay. There's Kizaru. Kizaru's still laying on the ground after his little scuffle with Luffy. Sentomaru, Bonnie. Okay. What's the situation? We don't know. Commodores and below can't go in. A brand new Emperor of the Sea holed up on the island? I suppose it's too much to hope no one dies. They say it's a bigger. You say that, but people also say regarding this the hope no one dies stuff. Regarding that, you say that, but barely, not that many people died in Wano, considering how grand scale of a battle that was. If you really think about it, more people should have died considering everything. But we're gonna leave it at that. Some important characters did die, to be fair. They say it's a bigger siege than at Ohara. Ooh, is Dr. Vegapunk going to be all right? Um. I don't know who these different villagers are in these different villages, but I'm assuming they're acquainted with Vegapunk or maybe Dragon or something, and that's why they know about Vegapunk, and that's why they're worried, or maybe they just know about Vegapunk in general. They're just general citizens that care about Vegapunk because of his technology, right? I mean, you know, if let's say I don't know if this is the best example. Let's say Einstein was alive today, right? He was a scientist of the 21st century rather than the 20th century, right? He's alive today, and he's being sieged by the government or whatever, or in this sort of fashion, right? What I guess if I'm reading the newspapers, I would also go, oh, is Einstein going to be all right? I'd also have that kind of mindset, to be fair. Even if I don't personally know Vegapunk, even if I don't personally know Einstein, I'm not like I'm friends with him, but like, I'd still be worried because he's a genius scientist, right? Type B. And to be fair, Vegapunk's design is inspired by Einstein, so I guess that also helps my analogy there. Okay, anyway, moving on. If Kuma is running off of some fragment of his true instincts, where do you think he'll go, Eva? If it were me, I'd charge Marijoa without a second thought. But this is Kuma we're talking about, right? But Kuma's different, yep. I think we all know where Kuma's going. He's obviously going to Egghead. If you ask me, if I'm Kuma, we know how much Kuma cares about his daughter, Bonnie. Bro's going to Egghead, for sure. I think he'll. Okay, next page. Bonnie's still being held. If I'm going to die anyway, I might as well take you down with me. Distorted future. Nika-like. I love how her attacks are Nika-like. Now I wonder if she's I know this is just part of her clothes, and I guess that's one of the interesting things that her clothes also enlarge along with her fist. But I also wonder if she's capable of using armament hockey or not, because we don't actually know that much about Bonnie in that attacking sense. Nika, he sat there surprised. Future, ooh, can you get him, Bonnie? Again, oh, I'm getting weaker. Why? Oh, she's getting weaker. Ah, I see. You're his daughter, eh? And you know that name, but you don't know what it is. She doesn't seem to have made the connection between Mika and the Straw Hat's white-colored form. Such a shame. Luffy's eating food. Who's feeding Luffy? Who's feeding Luffy? Luffy's going crazy. He's munching on that. Hey, who gave him food? Puts his sea prism stone cuffs on him at once. Yeah, y'all are in trouble. If Luffy gets a lot of food and regenerates, y'all are in trouble. Mogi Mogi, he's munching on that. Who did give him food? Is Caribou around? Is Caribou popping up in here or what? Seize him now! Kizaru's still chilling. Kizaru ain't doing anything. Okay. I can't use my age-changing powers on this old guy. How come? I gave you that power, Bonnie. Huh? It was an experiment to see if an infant king capable of eating solid fruit could be given powers with an extract. What? It was successful, but the fruit itself was worthless. What? Its powers might allow you to transform into any future, but the more you know of reality, the narrower your future possibilities become. Oh. I see. So her learning about Kima's backstory made her weaker. So it's kind of a. So it's basically the more ignorant you are, the stronger you are. But it's also kind of bad because you don't want to remain ignorant. Ooh, that's not really the best of abilities in that sense. But if her powers have gone so weak that she can't even change other people's age, then that's not great. So she hasn't eaten a devil fruit. It's a science experiment that gave her these powers. Incapable of eating solid fruit could be given powers with an extract. Okay. You want to believe in Nika, don't you? Nika is real. Ever since the day my father became a cyborg that obeys your orders, I've been searching for Nika, hoping that he'll be able to free Daddy. And your current weakness is evidence that you've begun to think he's not real. Your father believed in the idiotic legend of the Buccaneers as well. He said to me, I want to save people like Nika does. Now, Bonnie, remember, considering Saturn actually went as far as to explain your powers to you, now you probably realize that, hey, he's trying to trick you into thinking that none of this is real and then making your powers even weaker. So don't fall for that, Bonnie. But also, you're 12 years old and it's a very hectic situation, so I understand it if you don't think that far. And yeah, alright. Years later, I performed a chemical experiment on your mother, who was the eighth wife of a fellow in the Holy Land. Eighth wife? That's crazy. It was a failure. Those blue blemishes showed up again. Ah, it was you who did it! But although it didn't have the desired result, I found it quite curious that the same effect was passed down to her daughter. That's crazy! Huh? Ah! What just crashed onto the island? I'm assuming that's Kima that we saw a couple of pages back. He crashed onto the island. You did all of that? And Bonnie's crying again. Oh my goodness, bro. You did that as an experiment, Saturn? Those sapphire scales tore Kima's family apart. He gave up his life to stop them. And you had the gall to offer him a deal as though you were doing him a favor? Hmm. Put yourself in my shoes. Yeah, I mean, as much as I can try to put myself in your shoes, I cannot back what you're doing, bro. I know, even if I put myself in your shoes, no, I'd never go about it in the ways you've gone about it. No, you're terrible, bro. Would you bother yourself with the feelings of insects? Okay, see, I mean, right off the bat, we fundamentally disagree with each other. You see that, bro? It is impossible. Bonnie's still crying. Ah, alright, Kuma's landed. Huh? A pacifista? No, he's got pads on his hands. That's the real one. Former World of the Sea. Bartholomew Kuma has appeared on the southwest shore of Egghead. He's proceeding toward the center of the island. The authority chip isn't working on him. He just won't stop. What nonsense is this? Kuma couldn't possibly be here. I can't. I'm too afraid. Kuma? But why? Stop him. Shoot if you must. Yes, sir. I can't even speak. And Kuma's running. Hey, Daddy? I think my spirit. And Kuma's getting shot. He's blasted. He's getting shot again. I think my spirit is breaking down. Fire! Give him every shot you have. Maybe it'll be easier if I just die. I'm sorry, Daddy and Sanji Vagabond can't move. Kuma's running over. Enough of this squalling, you obnoxious brat. Ah! Shoot him through the head! Ooh! Boom! Okay, explosions around Saturn. Saturn is still there. He's still holding Bonnie. I'm sorry, Daddy. Bonnie's being dropped to the ground. Oh, he's about to attack her with his spider claw. After all you did for me, here comes Kuma. Oh, boom! Hey, yes, what a save! He grabs Bonnie and uses his body as a shield against the spider claw. Daddy! There's Kuma again. It's Bartholomew Kuma! And now Kuma's holding the claw. Bonnie's got reverted her child form. That's something to notice. Important thing to notice. Kuma's going for a punch! Well, that looks like a Normament Hockey imbued punch. And there's Saturn. I think Saturn's about to take a big hit. Oh, here we go. And that's the end of the chapter. Okay. Okay, well, that's the end of chapter 1103, y'all. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get on and immediately record chapter 1104 because I'm excited to see where this punch is going. I'm glad in a way, I'm actually kind of glad it wasn't reading this week to because what a cliffhanger it will be to be left on this punch. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope the punch lands, and this is gonna be like a celestial dragon type punch. Super satisfying. Let's see it. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter reaction. I know it's a bit shorter than usual. The next two videos I'm sure are going to be even shorter. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully from here on out I can record these chapter reactions weekly. And yeah, alright y'all. See you for chapter 1104. Probably coming out tomorrow for y'all. Alright y'all. Peace.